Hello, listeners, and welcome back to the cold, unfeeling expanse of space. Goblets and Gays have returned to the world of Alien using Free League Press's incredible Alien RPG with the second season of Mother May I. My name is Farris, I use she, her pronouns, and I am honored to be back as your game mother. This is episode 4, A Very Sobering Feeling. So now let's reacquaint ourselves with the intrepid remaining crew of the Medea.
Hi, I'm Aubrey, and I play Dr. Darcy Langley, and we both use she, her pronouns.
Hi, I'm Melissa. My pronouns are they, them. And I play Comms Officer Mercy Fairweather, who uses she, her pronouns.
Hello, I'm Aki. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Dr. Matilda Fernandez, who also uses she, her pronouns.
And I am Tick. I use he, she, they pronouns. I am playing Cosmo, the loyal cat of the crew.
It is a very sobering feeling to be up in space and realize that one's safety factor was determined by the lowest bidder on a government contract, Ellen Shepard. In the bowels of the secret research station are two unusual sections. The first is a temperature and vacuum-controlled room nicknamed the freezer that is kept at conditions as close to the void of space as possible. The rule is that it may only contain one specimen at a time. The other is a specialized room nicknamed the zoo, designed to withstand some of the most intense conditions known to humanity: acid, magma, cold, heat, force. Despite the name, the rule here is also that it can never contain more than one occupant at a time. When either specimen from the freezer or the zoo are needed, they are sent directly up to the respective laboratories via a specialized elevator. These two rooms are the most heavily monitored locations on the entire station, measuring every possible circumstance for the slightest deviation. In 2 years, there has never been so much as a flicker in the measurements. Today there is a blip, and then it is gone. We left the crew of the Medea reunited. They've been reunited for years, but they're actually in the same room for once, in the doctor's laboratory, planning their escape from Wayland-Yutani's secret research station, where they are underemployed, but maybe not for long. Maybe it's time to terminate their contracts. What are you all up to? Sneaky little devils.
Look around at everyone and say, we only have a 2-hour window. We have to move quickly. So whatever we can get done as quickly as possible. Anything we need to be able to be okay to grab it as fast as we can. Maybe some things will be left behind.
Speaking of things, while this is happening, I am moving, making sure that Lover is ready to be moved, and that I have space for her. That does not make it look like I'm totally wheeling out a suitcase, like, bye-bye. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Trying to make sure that we take her with us. And when I'm done that, I am going straight to my computer I'm literally gonna wipe the place, and then I'm gonna make sure that Lover wipes the place. Double wipe, once I have everything. So
I think as you are asking Lover to do a wipe, Lover says, I have located the other AI system that they have called DEUSX, but it is behind a very intense firewall, so I cannot kill them. I would like very much to kill them.
Just I'm gonna ask Lover, do we need to kill it to leave?
No. I would just like to see it dead. It offends me on a personal level.
I'm at my desk and I am going to be packing up the very few things I have, the signature item, the stuffed animal that I've had this whole time, and the few items and medical kit that I can fit in this bag.
So you are ready to go? what else are people doing?
I have no responsibilities. I want pets from Vesper specifically.
I have to get things from our own lab. When and where do we want to meet back up? Just at the shuttle, or?
Maybe not right at the shuttle. It'll look too suspicious. There's at least 5 of us. 6 if we count Lover. Who will be in my backpack. So maybe just before. So we're all loitering, but we know what's up. Speaking of what's up, Mercy, haven't spoken to you in a hot minute. Now, while I do think, water under the bridge, yada, 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 I don't know. Are you going to rat us out?
And what would that get me, Matilda?
I've been loyal. And I'm pretty sure they're going to kill me in, a month?
Exactly.
Just double checking. Can never be too careful. You can't blame me.
I certainly can't at this particular moment.
No, you can't.
Vesper pipes up as you are all about to break off into your different corners, and says, quick question. What are we doing about the shuttle itself? Like, they're not gonna just let us on. Do we have to, take out the pilot or something? I can't fly. That was Ina's job.
Yeah, I can't say I'm great at flying.
Vesper kind of hesitates for a minute and then goes, "We'll cross that bridge when we get to it." Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those things.
Mercy, do you need help getting things? Or does anyone need help? I don't actually have to do anything. I've already gotten what I need.
So above table, Farris, the neutralizers, are those keyed to a specific button for each neutralizer, or are there a bunch of extra signals basically that we could send out?
So they are, as far as you know, as far as you've built them, they are short range signals, so you have to be within range of whatever it is, whatever is attached to. And each prototype has a different signal because you were trying to overcome different challenges. So you could probably locate maybe a copy of each prototype's signal, but you would be out of range of actually using it, except for maybe the one in the basement. You're not sure if you'd be able to reach that one or not.
Yeah. I will suggest to Vesper, if she has nothing better to do, that it might be worthwhile to duplicate that signal and either try and send it off or keep that remote on them.
Yeah, and they'll say, yeah, I will collect as many of the prototypes as I can, because I always built 2. One for them, one for us.
Really great for that.
Listen, this is not my first rodeo with a corporation. They always steal your crap. I'm gonna go to my locker. Okay, bye. But yeah, so they're going off to their locker. Are the rest of you splitting up to go wherever you got to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna go help Lover kill Base.
Okay.
I'm telling you. Lover can betray anyone, but if Lover betrays me, Matilda, I'm gonna have some words. I'm gonna have some very unkind words for you, Farris. We've been doing a lot of shit together, me and Lover.
It's true. I mean, you're about to unplug her anyway, so her time for betrayal is limited. But first, she wants to commit murder.
But I've been doing everything for her. That's the thing.
I mean, you are currently still designated. Oh no, actually, technically, Mercy was the last one designated official captain because you died, but not really.
Well, died, quote unquote. If I'm
you were out of
reinstated,
commission. You have clearly reinstated your stuff, yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, so you are going go kill the other AI system that has not only stolen your work but is reproducing your work poorly, probably. Mercy, you are. What do you say you're doing?
I am going to give Matilda and Lover like a 10-minute head start, and then I'm going to try and break into Dinah's office.
Okay. So you are going to go break into Dinah's office. So I'm going to need you to give me a mobility check to try to. It's not exactly stealth. It is like nonchalance, unless you want to be straight out stealthy. Otherwise, I feel like nonchalance is perhaps the way to sneak in.
I think nonchalance makes more sense. Yikes. I will go ahead and push that roll. That did not help.
No, it did not. So you have to just go how you go. So I rolled 9 dice to see if you get spotted, and I got exactly 1 success, which is plenty, but also...
I was going to say, that's
Are you
one more
kidding
than
me?
I wanted you to get.
And you come around the corner of Dinah's office and are like about to go into it just as Dinah is coming out of it. Officer Fairweather, is there something I can help you with?
I was hoping that we could talk. Do you have a moment, or should I come back later?
No, certainly I have time. What can I do for you? And like gestures to her office to go inside.
Yeah, I will go inside with her. And is there anyone else in here with us?
No, it is just the 2 of you.
Are you aware? I got a bit of a disturbing message that I think that maybe shouldn't have come through to me.
Oh.
And I will show her the copy of the article.
And she reads it and then hands it back to you and just has a very like neutral expression and says, "Oh, I didn't know that there was some communication of that kind allowed into the station. Very interesting."
Can I attempt to read beyond that neutral expression?
Sure, I would allow that. Go ahead and give me observation.
Fuck. That's 1 success.
There's definitely a flicker of recognition that you can make out. She certainly has seen this article before, maybe even knows why you have it, but that is all you glean.
No, that was my impression as well. It seems like someone would have to go through an awful lot of work to send this to me, and I just don't understand the intent. So I thought that, I mean, you're in charge here. I thought perhaps you should be notified of it.
Yes, I appreciate you letting me know. You've always been an exemplar employee. You certainly are good at informing your superiors of anything that you may accomplish or come across, which is appreciated in almost every circumstance. And there's just like a little bit of eye contact, like hard eye contact, that's telling you that you almost made a mistake here.
Oh. Okay. I mean, that's all. I don't want to waste any more of your time. Thank you.
Of course. A word of advice, Officer Fairweather. In the future, if you receive any messages that you know you should not, please don't hesitate to report them to the right authorities. And like gives you that hard eye contact again that kind of feels like she's saying the opposite. Like she's telling you keep it to yourself and shut up next time.
Yeah. Of course. Thank you again for your time.
Of course. There are those who are watching your career with great interest.
In her head, Mercy's just like, there absolutely is not, because no one knows I'm here. But she will get up and leave empty-handed.
Yeah. And as you go, Dinah is gonna follow you out because she was already on the way out. She's not gonna go back and linger in her office for like 5 minutes just so you don't walk together. there's that awkward moment where it's like, oh, we're going the same way. Okay, we're gonna go the same way for a minute. Like after you've said goodbye thing, and until you reach like a fork, and it's hard to tell if she's like purposely like going another direction so she doesn't have to walk with you. You really don't know, or if she really actually has to go in a different direction. She kind of like waits for you to like pick which side of the fork you're going to take before she does, and then as you pass and start to leave, she looks back at you and then says, I do hope you haven't found this to be a very hollow experience.
No, I've certainly learned a lot in my work up here.
I'm glad. I think you'll find it very useful going forward. Anyway, have a good day. She walks away.
Yeah, I will keep on my path, like, for, I don't know, another 10 feet and then circle back and try and go to her office again.
Okay. Yeah. So you circle back, and you know her office is empty now. And you go in. What are you going to accomplish in her office?
I think I want to just get into her computer, if that's an option, and make copies of whatever it is I can. This is less about reading for now and more about having dirt in the future.
Okay, yeah. Give me that contact roll to see if you can break past her password. Yes, you can. Wow. Yes, you can.
Yeah, sorry, I accidentally rolled twice, but that is 3 successes.
3 successes, yeah. You get to stunt as well as getting past her password and just finding the documents you need to find quickly. But what else are you doing? You get 2 stunts.
Yeah, I would like to hide my tracks and also get new or unexpected information.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to hide your tracks really well. And as you are like rapidly downloading things onto like a data pad, there is like a correspondence, like an email. I don't know if they called them emails in Alien Universe, but we're gonna call it an email. It's an email that catches your attention because it doesn't have like a traditional name, but it does have just the designation of Hollow as the sign off. And it looks like it was sent to Dinah from someone who calls himself Hollow.
Yeah, Mercy has a small PTSD flashback of that time in the basement or in the cargo hold where she discovered Flesh Mercy and also heard knocking on the door, and all the computers were like, hey, the Hollow One approaches. What does this message say?
Yeah, so the message reads out, it's very brief, and it is asking for updates on the candidates.
Oh no. Oh no, this could be enough to make Mercy stay. Has Dinah replied?
No, Dinah has not.
I'm so conflicted, Farris. She's a little rat boy.
I mean, if it helps, and I don't know if this does because I'm not entirely sure what your conflict is, but you have a copy of the entire email. It would be possible to later, at your discretion, try to trace it back to the source if you wanted to.
I think that the conflict for Mercy is that there actually is, I mean, she's assuming that the candidates are the people on this ship, and so this email reads to her as, oh, someone actually is taking an interest in my career, and maybe there is a forward path here and I'm not just stuck in this place forever. But I think that that is too vague of an option, too small of a glimmer of hope, especially compared with that recent uncomfortable encounter with Dinah. And so Mercy will just copy everything, clear her tracks, and leave, all going according to the plan she made with the others.
We'll go to Darcy real fast, who I believe wanted to scope out the hangar bay.
Yes.
Yeah, so you make your way to the what is it called? Cargo bay area. There are a few alarming things happening here. One is that there is a lot of blood just on the floor. Someone is in the process of cleaning it, but they're wearing a hazmat suit because it also looks like part of the floor has been eaten through, which is cool. And other than that, there's a bit of mess going on. Beyond the cleanup crew, which is one person, there's not a ton of activity. There does seem to be the head of security who you interacted with, whether you wanted to or not, several times. Cassidy Ellis is overseeing the cleaning process a little bit. It's more like she's there to check in on things and make sure nobody else is causing problems than actually overseeing a janitor doing their job,
But yeah, just want to hang back in a way that probably not going to be noticed, or if there's a spot where I can just out of the way or drop the bag that I have, just in case if they do see me, because there's a lot of blood and my job is a doctor, so I could be like, is everything okay? Is there somebody I need to attend to? I was just passing by.
Yeah. I think that you managed to drop the bag near the shuttle. As you're like, does someone need medical attention? And you see Cassidy kind of gives you a hard look and says, no, the situation's handled. Please move along, doctor.
We'll nod and just being okay, so everyone around. So they pretend to leave.
Okay. If you're going to fake leave, I will need you to roll for me. Why don't you give me a mobility
Okay.
to make your way out? Instead of rolling agility with it, though, roll empathy because you're trying to psych Cassidy out.
That is 2 successes.
All right, so you get to stunt as well as secretly stay put.
I will take a +1 modification to a later skill roll relating to this.
Smart call. I feel like impressing someone in the situation, not useful.
Not useful. I don't
Because
really
you
care
don't
about
want to
it.
be noticed.
I don't want to be noticed.
So you keep on your way, and we will jump to Matilda. And Cosmo, I think Cosmo's with you, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so you are going to go kill an AI system, which Lover will tell you is the office of Ryan Stubert, who's just a higher up who works on the ship, just random managerial location. And you head in that direction into the administration quarter of the station. So you bypass Ruby Kovac's office. You actually would probably come very close to running into Mercy and Dinah, actually. I think the fact that you missed them is probably a miracle. And then you find your way to Ryan Stubert's office, and you make your way inside. I do need a mobility check from you to see if you get noticed by anyone.
I assume I'm gonna have to do that too, right?
Yes.
One success, but it was in the order of 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. Like it's missing the 2. It's kind of hilarious. That was the order it came in.
That's just really funny.
I got 2 successes.
Confirmation. Excellent. Okay. Yeah. You continue along. And you go into the office, and you don't seem to have been noticed in the office, as far as you know. What would you like to do while you're here?
Well, I mean, we're here to kill an AI, but there wouldn't be anything. In addition, yeah. Anything, I guess, important that I can find? I might swipe.
Yeah, there is. So there's a document, like a piece of paper on the desk that has like sticky notes on it. There's the computer that you can break into, or you can do some damage to the like hard drives behind the computer. It's not all of the hard drives, but it's certainly some of them.
Let me look what's on them before I damage them, because like, if it's stuff like, photos of my daughter, I don't want, I'm not a monster, but
Sure.
If it's photos of my daughters who's a xenomorph, that's getting damaged, that's
Sure.
different.
Yeah, so you'll have to break into the computer to do that, to know what's on those hard drives. So go ahead and give me Comm Tech to guess his password.
I don't have any thumbs. Can I just stay on guard at the front of the door, or like keep my ear to the door? Like
For sure.
That would be like 2 successes.
Okay, that's more than enough, and you get a stunt. Which is for contact. If you click the little thingy on your sheet, it'll tell you what the stunts are. The little it's a wrench and a screwdriver, and they're a little cross.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like a little maintenance icon.
Hide my tracks.
Okay. Excellent. So you start going through the computer. The hard drives look to be, most of them are actually related to the Deus Ex AI system. There's a couple that seem to be running some like subroutines of mothers, but most of the things here, that if they were damaged, it looks like they're just going to affect the AIs.
Like all the AIs in general, or only the ones within this vicinity?
The station AI. So Lover would probably be immune because Lover is physically located elsewhere.
Okay, guess I'm gonna break some of that.
Sure. Yeah, if you're gonna smash it, you can smash it. That's not hard to do. There's a chair.
Actually, would there be a way where it's like, I don't know, if they were to enter any more information, it would just get deleted or something like that?
Yeah, you could put in like a Trojan horse type situation of virus into it. Sure.
Yeah, like a self-sabotaging AI would be like really, really great.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll just allow that to happen here. You do that. As you do, you kind of see the document has mentions XX121, which is the like official designation for xenomorphs. But when you read it, it's like it's somebody asking Bobby, "Can you look this over?" And then it's looks like it's supposed to be like a business proposal. It's like the 3rd and a half draft of it. Says it on the top. It says business proposal draft 3.5A. Someone who can't label their documents, for heaven's sakes. And then it just says, "We at Weyland-Yutani are developing a new bioweapon through the modification of alien life form designation XX121. Through the use of Weyland-Yutani enhancements and modifications, the universe's perfect killing machines work for you." And then there's another sticky note that just says, "Seegson's working Joe ads are preferable to this trash."
Okay. Good to know. Yeah, we gotta just let the AI go in and destroy them.
Okay. Yeah. So you make your way out, and it is as you are starting to leave the office, an alarm starts to blare through the station that none of you have ever actually heard before. You're aware it exists, but you've never actually heard it enacted. And it is the alarm for entity out of containment. And you see doors start to shut. What do you all want to do?
So I'm in the room with the shuttle, right?
Yes, and you're also in the room with the head of security, so that's something.
Yeah.
Oh, take stress, everybody. Take stress
Yes.
for that alarm going off.
Mm-hmm. I was about to ask that at some
Cosmo
point.
included. Loud noises are scary to cats.
So I'm going to kind of hunker down near the shuttle.
Okay.
And hope that I'm still not noticed.
Hopefully.
I mean, if not, what is the head of security gonna do about it?
You're stuck in there. That's not who I'd be worried about. Mercy, what are you up to? How are you responding to this alarm?
I think Mercy was just about leaving Dinah's office when the alarm was off, so she just goes right back in that office and closes the door.
Okay. And Matilda, what are you doing?
I laugh for a bit. Like just like one of those like yes, it's happening again. And just I probably have prepared for something like this. I had my encounter. I live with my encounter and I've been studying for a while. To me, the safest place is in the labs. It is both, it's simultaneously the unsafest place, but the safest place. And the reason why I consider it safe is because I would have had some procedures to keep that thing away from me safely enough for me to work, you know? And so I am gonna scoop up Cosmo. I know Cosmo can run, but I rather, you know, that he doesn't get separated from me. Yeah. Also, I don't think you're too thrilled with the noise, right? So I'll scoop you up, and I'm gonna go for my lab.
Well, we will jump to Mercy in the office as you close the door. There's not a lot you know about. I mean, you know what the procedures are for if this alarm ever went off, which is the station goes on lockdown. And then there are security crews that sweep through and attempt to contain what was uncontained. And the goal there is to just not die. Whatever you do, don't die. That is probably going to be difficult for you at the moment. As you close the door and then the overhead vent opens and this girlfriend drop down. What you sent down to the freezer, this like an hour ago, was an ovomorph. It was an egg. From what you know, there should be no adult xenomorphs, but that is what drops out of the ceiling. A fully grown drone xenomorph. It's dropping directly onto Dinah's desk. What you gonna do, Mercy?
Oof, okay.
You're by the door right now.
I'm by the door. Yeah, I think that Mercy just sort of keeping eyes on it, pulls the door open, tries to leave, close it behind her.
Sure. You close the door. Do you run?
Once I'm outside the room, I absolutely run.
Sure. As soon as you start to run, the door blasts open again as the xenomorph just barrels through it like it's made out of paper, and is coming towards you, chasing you down the hallway. We're going to do a little quick initiative here, so it gets to go several times. It is going to be much faster than you, and it is going to It's going to sprint and then it's going to just straight up like attack you. So
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah. So I'm just going to roll to attack and see what it does. We got the deadly grab. So it's going to sprint after you and leap through the air and then just grab you. And it does 1 damage. No, it does not. It does 2 damage. Sorry. And it's going to start to drag you to the next zone. So it's going to try to drag you back into the office. You are prone and you drop all handheld items, and I need an immediate panic roll. What did you get? You are keeping it together. Good for you. That's going to be the first 2 rounds of the xenomorph. And then, quite unexpectedly, as you're being dragged into the office, you see Dinah come back around the corner. Presumably when the alarm went off, she decided to go back to her office. She is going to just run very quickly. And she's going to attack the xenomorph with her bare hands. And she damages it with her bare hands as she comes flying around. I think what she just comes flying around and like punches it in the gut, which you've seen these things up close. You know that is highly unreasonable to do and expect it to actually damage the thing, and you actually see impact. It doesn't break through the exoskeleton enough to like cause like acid splashing, but it certainly has impacted against the xenomorph enough that it drops you. And Dinah says, "You'd better run." "Don't worry, dear, I got the handle on this one." And that is going to bring us to the xenomorph again, who's going to attack her with a hypnotizing gaze. So that's fine. And then it's going to be your turn. They're having a stare-off right now.
So I have the talent personal safety. Do I even need to do that, or are they like pretty preoccupied with her already?
At the moment, they seem to be preoccupied with her. They have dropped you and are staring at her. They don't have eyes, but it doesn't matter. They're having a staring contest. They might change their mind in a second. At the moment, though, they're not targeting you. You have a chance to get up and run if you like to.
Yeah, Mercy is going to just scramble away in the direction of the shuttles.
But yes, marvelous. So you are going to run. It is, I think, a slow action to stand up and a fast action to run, which would be your 2 actions. So you are able to do those things. For the sake of time, we're going to leave Dinah and the xenomorph to their battle off screen. And Mercy, you are going to make your getaway. Darcy and Cassidy, who has noticed you, by the way, but has also like drawn her gun.
Is there anything that is weapon-like here that isn't something that Cassidy is carrying?
I mean, Cassidy is currently pulled out her service pistol, but she does have a stun baton like on her belt. You could also, if you wanted to, just go into the shuttle and like hide there.
Yeah, actually, we're gonna do that. We're gonna just go into the shuttle.
Okay.
It's Cassidy's job to protect me.
For sure.
Technically.
For sure. For sure.
Maybe there's like flickers in the shuttle. I don't know.
Who knows? You run into the shuttle. At the moment, nothing seems to be keeping you from doing so. So that is one person where they need to be. That's going to bring us to Matilda and Cosmo. You're running to the lab. You're running into door issues where doors have been like closed. You can circumnavigate them either by going around them, like there's the ventilation system, or you can hack into them or open them physically, but it's just going to slow you down.
What way is not blocked?
Route to the lab would be probably twice as long to get to. You would have to go up a level to get to the labs, but you're on the same level as the cargo docking bay stuff.
Where the shuttle is?
Yeah, where the shuttle is.
Okay, then we just gonna I'm not gonna spend time to try and open the doors and leave myself in a vulnerable state. So
Sure.
To the shuttle we will go.
You have lever. I assume you unpacked the lever on your unplugged lever on your way out to get the AI anyway.
Of course, yeah. I was bringing her with me on the off chance that we have to dip immediately. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Excellent. So you are going that way.
So I'm BB carried right now. I have no job to do, but there's alarms blaring, but cats are very perceptive. Can I see if I can like smell or hear or sense any xenomorphs that might be like in the vents around us? Like
Totally. I will absolutely allow that. Give me an observation check. That looks like 2 successes.
I guess since my mom has the idea of how to get away and where we're going, is it coming for us? Or me?
So you don't think that there's one near you. You don't smell it, you don't hear it in the vents. You feel like you're pretty confident that it's not there. It's hard to say if it's coming for you because I would not say that you're close enough to where it currently is to know that it's preoccupied, but out of character, it's preoccupied right now for the moment. But they're fast. They're very fast.
So, wait, I have a limited vocabulary for this, and I'm just going to, with my colleague, say, "No danger, Dr. Mom."
And I give you some good pats and good. That's a good Cosmo.
There is the only thing that is between you and the shuttle is getting through the doors that shut that locked off the hangar. But you can same options as before. You can go through the vents. You can like physically force them open, or you can like hack through them with your data pad.
I rather hack.
Sure. Give me contact to get through the door.
Mm-hmm. I do have. Oh my goodness! I know that my items actually help me with this. I get a +2 to contact, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, I have the what do you call it? The Sigsun system diagnostic device.
Yeah.
So I actually get an additional +2. Yeah, and I didn't use it last time because I completely forgot.
No,
I only seem to remember the quick hacks that I have for when I am in danger. Anyways, let me.
If you're gonna remember it at any time, that's the time to remember it anyway.
This is true. That's like 2 successes.
Okay, yeah, that's plenty.
For my stunt, I do it quickly.
Perfect. Yeah. You hack through it. You do that little alien isolation minigame so fast, nobody can figure out how you did it kind of thing. It's just when you're like, how does this minigame work? And the doors open up. You find the head of security standing at the base of the hangar with a gun out, who immediately like pivots and points it at you. You don't see any sign of anybody else.
I get a little surprised, like an exclamation mark appears like right beside my head. I take a deep breath and I put my hands up, but I'm kind of stuffed.
Sorry, thought you were a problem. You might still be a problem, but you're at least not the reason for the noise.
Not gonna lie, I am pretty problematic, but not in the way that matters right now. And I just step in, close the doors.
Yep. She lets you, and she's focused on threats coming in, so she's not really paying attention to what you're doing right now. That may change if the shuttle starts to take off, but right now, not really focused on what you're doing. Mercy, you're running down the hallway. You have come close with a xenomorph, which you should have taken it as a stress for seeing BT dubs. What are you doing?
Yeah, Mercy is continuing to just run. She is not stopping to look. She is just booking it towards the shuttle.
Okay. You keep going. You don't hear any sounds coming from behind you. You don't know if you are pursued, but you feel like you have been bought sometime by Dinah. And you can process the fact that she punched a xenomorph with her bare hand and made an impact later. That's a later situation. But you do make it to the hangar pretty quickly because you were also in that administration level, which was on par with the hangar. And you make your way into it. The door. Matilda, did you lock the door behind you, or did you just close it?
I think I just closed it because we're technically still waiting for people.
Yeah.
But I am not standing really right beside the door.
No, I figured you probably started like casually making your way into the shuttle while Cassidy's distracted. And the distraction comes pretty quickly when the door opens again. And this time Cassidy, again, nearly shoots someone. It is Mercy coming in. And the door, because there's two doors into the hangar, and you see that the other one also opens, and Cassidy does like this like double pivot thing, trying to figure out which one is the threat. It is Vesper and Mercy arriving in the hangar at pretty much identical moments.
Mercy looks real rough, I will say. She has 1 out of 3 health points left.
That's fine.
So I think that she's, just holding her sort of bleeding torso. Looks to Cassidy, sees that she has a gun out, and just sort of makes her way to the shuttle in a "this feels defensible" type way, or in what she's hoping to Cassidy is a "this feels defensible" type way, and I'm already real beat up.
Yeah.
Saw them near Dinah's office.
How big?
4? Stage 4? There should only have been the egg. I don't understand.
This is pretty fucked up.
Cassidy says, all right, get to the Dinah's office. Stay here. And then like does like a quick count and then just re-emphasizes stay here. And then starts to make her way out of the hangar. Is everyone boarding the ship?
Yeah, here, meaning the shuttle. We're staying in the shuttle. The shuttle is not staying on the station, but we're staying in the shuttle.
Yeah. I think as... who's going to make the piloting check here?
I can if people are going to assist me.
Really quickly, is Vesper's here, right?
Vesper is here, yes.
Okay, that's it. Like, we didn't care about anybody else. So
I love Vesper. We can't leave without Vesper.
Yeah. It was literally just us. So yeah, no, I'm good with straight up leaving and assisting.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know the cool things about Dinah, so
That's okay.
I think Dinah's fine. I'm scared for the xenomorph, actually.
Excellent. So, sorry, who said they were going to be the pilot here? Or attempt to pilot?
Because I've got an agility of 4 if people are going to assist me. Should be able to bump it up to at least 6.
Mm-hmm. And you can have up to 3 people help you.
Yeah. Are the 3 people going to help me?
Yeah.
Cool.
Vesper will, yeah.
Well,
I'll press buttons.
Cool, I'll just sit in the corner and bleed out then.
Yeah, I'm not the doctor. I'm not gonna give you first aid. I don't know how to do that. The doctor's driving.
Yeah. I mean, technically Matilda should be driving right now because I think outside of bleeding out, the only doctor and a cat, she's the most qualified to steer this ship right now.
Yeah. Honestly, actually, Vesper probably won't help you. Vesper's probably going to, like, try to stabilize Mercy.
Yeah, I have a medkit. I will toss that to Vesper, unless Vesper's better at piloting than I am.
I don't think so. They're an engineer. That's not.
I'm a doctor.
You need to roll for piloting. You can add 2 unless the cat is helping you by pushing random buttons, which, I mean, my cats have almost called 911 and also tried to send emails before, and have changed my settings. So I'm not putting it past the cat to be accidentally helpful or hurtful here.
I mean, theoretically speaking, I'm very good at pressing buttons, as determined by my collar, and I might know what some buttons do, so I can press some buttons.
I would allow you to give another dice here, to have +3 dice here.
Yes.
That is going to be 3 successes.
Ridiculous, in a good way. You get 2 stunts. There's really only 2 stunts here anyway.
Yeah, I show off and I get a +1 modifier to a later skill roll relating to this one.
And for free, I will tell you, as you start to take off, you find out there is like a little, several blinking notifications on the shuttle that things are not well with the shuttle. It's not going to crash on you because you roll very well with piloting, but it is clear that there was some sort of mostly minimal damage to it. You wouldn't know this unless you observed it while you were hanging out in the hangar, but there was a bit of acid splash on the actual ship itself. That was partially patched, but that was part of the 2-hour process, so the patching has not been completed, which means that the shuttle can get you not very far. It cannot get you away from the station. It can probably get you down to the planet side. You do know from like visually seeing it out the window, there is a city of some kind there that you can probably land on.
Yeah, definitely land the I think I can make it to the closest one. Do you know where we're gonna make it? Is this gonna be the planet that's below us? Probably.
Yeah. You don't know where in the galaxy you are, so like setting a course for somewhere else right now would be foolish anyway.
We didn't exactly run with supplies or cryo sleep stuff.
Yeah. And having a slightly damaged ship is probably not ideal anyway. But you make your way down. You manage to land it quite well. For someone who's never flown a ship, I don't know if you got lessons from Mina before she died or Android Mina who replaced her.
Probably Android Mina.
Yeah, enough that you're able to set the ship down fairly just cleanly without like a lot of like turbulence. And as you come down into as you start to like get closer and closer, you realize maybe it's not a city. It looks more like a really big factory. But it has a landing pad. And as you start to land on it, you see that it is boldly branded with the Wayland-Yutani name. So we'll see what that does next time. Thank you for joining us in the cold of space. Things are starting to heat up a little bit, but maybe not the way the crew wants them to. I have been your game mother, and we have been Goblets and Gays. You can find us at Goblets and Gays all across the internet, including Twitch. So keep an eye on the vents. You never know what's lurking in them. Say goodbye, crew of the Medea.
Bye, crew of the Medea.
Bye, crew of the Medea.
Meow. Meow.